Check out FlipSideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on orders over $10. From July 6, 2020 through August 7, 2020, if you use this promo code, you will be automatically entered into a drawing to win a Double Masters booster box. Also, there is another way to win where no purchase is necessary. See the link in the description below for full details. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another day of Double Masters previews, where yet again we're going to recap and analyze all the cards that came out over the last 24 hours or so. I mentioned in yesterday's video that over the weekend there was a relatively big leak, and I'm not covering that leak. I want to respect the content creators that have been given the cards to preview officially, but at this point a lot of those cards are starting to come out as actual previews. Speaking of which, if you're curious as to which content creators previewed which card today, check out the description below. All that information is down there. Quickly, before we get into it, just a fast reminder, if you go to FlipSideGaming.com, you can use the Heroes promo code to save 10% on any order over $10. Currently, at the time of recording, they are out of the Double Masters booster boxes, but they still have VIP packs, VIP boxes, and of course, a lot of other things on their website. And whenever you use that promo code, it does support the channel, which is always appreciated. So thank you. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Fencing Ace. This card was reprinted in Mystery Booster, so not too long ago. This was a common in Masters 25. Now it's back to uncommon. Previous copies of this are just a few cents. Foils are well under $1 as well. It does see just a tad bit of commander play. Mirrorsmith is next. This one is an uncommon. Financially, it has a lot in common, though, with Fencing Ace. This is a very cheap card. If you're looking at the existing copies, you can pick one up for just a few cents. Foils are well under $1. This does see a little commander play, sometimes in Brea Ethereum Shaper builds. We've been seeing a lot of cards from that build in this set. Tempered Steel. This one is a rare, although it is a low valued rare. The Skarza Mirrodin copy is $1 or $2. The Skarza Mirrodin foil $3 to $4, and the Game Day foil promo about $4 to $5. This does see commander play. Sometimes it's in those Brea builds too. Inkwell Leviathan, another rare that doesn't have a whole lot of value behind it. Previous copies of this are under $1. Foils about $1 to $3. This does see commander play in two builds that are based around cards that are in this set, Eric Smithy Slumbering Isle, as well as Braid's Conjurer Adept. Also, this has seen more play recently in commander in those Kinnan Bonder Prodigy builds. Now here's a rare I like to see. It is Ad Nauseam. On the right, you see the Japanese language preview card. On the left side, you see the only other copy, actually, the one from Shards of Alara, and that's here for translation purposes. Now, if you want to pick up that Shards of Alara copy, it's going to run you about $30. Foil's about $84 right now. In Modern, this sees play in Ad Nauseam decks, of course. You'll find this in Legacy Storm builds as well. In Commander, this is in a number of different decks, including Kess Dissident Mage, and this has seen more play recently in Kazur and Okima builds. Oubliette, it finally happened. This card got its reprint after all these years, originally from Arabian Nights. It does have new art here. It also got upgraded from common to uncommon, but it's here. It made it. It's got some updated rules text. That was the obstacle for a long time. Wizards wasn't sure how to revise the rules text. I think they actually did a good job here. So as far as value, if you go back to that original Arabian Nights copy, it's going to cost you about $32 to $34. There are two different variations, but they are pretty close together price-wise. This card sees play in Pauper, Mono Black Control. Pretty much that's all, but I do think it will see more play in Commander now that it's more accessible. We got a big one here with Thoughtseize. On the left side, you see the Japanese language preview. On the right side, you do see the box topper variation, which is in English. So previous copies of the card are worth $23 to $36. Foils can range between $44 and $395. There's a couple price points in between too. The $395 copy is actually the original Lorwyn foil. This is a staple in numerous decks in multiple formats: Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, and even Vintage. This has seen some increased commander play recently too in Tiny Bones Trinket Thief builds. Wound Reflection. Okay, we have another really solid rare here. On the right side, you see the Japanese language preview. On the left side, you see the only existing printing right now of the card, the one from Shadowmoor. As you can tell by looking at the screen, the card did get some new art. The Shadowmoor copy is about $25, so there is some nice value behind this card. Foil's about $44 to $45, and this does see a fair amount of commander play. Galvanic Blast is next. This was upgraded from common to uncommon, as you can see here. This was also reprinted pretty recently in Mystery Boosters, so previous copies are only a few cents. There's only one foil copy of the card though, and that is from Scars of Mirrodin, and that will cost you $12 to $14, so this is not a cheap foil right now considering it was common there. In Modern, this does see some play in Urza builds and more. Pauper though, this is a pretty popular card. You'll find this in Temur Affinity, Mardu Monarch, and more. Rage Reflection. On the right side, you see the Japanese language preview. On the left side, you see a recent reprinting for translation purposes, and it is a recent reprinting from Mystery Boosters. Now, as you can see, the card also did get new art this time around. So when it comes to this card's value, it's not as expensive as some of the other ones in the cycle. You can pick up previous copies for 50 cents to $2. There is only one foil. It's in Shadowmoor, and that will cost you about $5 to $6. This has been seeing some increased commander play recently, though. You'll find this in builds like Sethron Hurloon General, Sabira Telzidi Caravaner, and Jarina Kudro. Bloodbriar is next. This one's a common. This is the first time it's ever been reprinted, but Eldritch Moon copies of this are only a few cents. The foil may be like 30 cents. It does get a little commander play, but that's about it. Bloodspore Thrinax. This does see some commander play. Previous copies of this card are $2 to $3, so you have another relatively low value rare here, but this is the first time it is getting a foil printing. Kozilek's Predator. This is another common that just gets a little bit of commander play. This was reprinted not too long ago as well in Mystery Boosters. Previous copies are just a few cents. Foils are also well under $1. Veteran Explorer. This is actually a pretty cool uncommon. Previous copies are under $1, but there's only one foil. It's from Battle Bond, and that's going to cost you $5 to $6. Legacy, you'll find this in Rector Fit as well as Alurin builds, and in Commander many times this is in Group Hug decks. Karthus Tyrant of Jund. This is originally from Alara Reborn. Those copies will cost you $15 to $16. The foil there is about $45. But this was reprinted as a WPN Mystery Booster foil, and those copies only go for about $4. This is a great commander card, however, in Dragon builds. Maelstrom Nexus. This has the same history as the previous card, originally from Alara Reborn. Those copies will cost you $11 to $12. Foil is $27 to $28. But yet again, this was reprinted as a foil in WPN Mystery Boosters, and those copies only cost about $3 to $4. This does get a fair amount of commander play in different 5-color builds. Next we have Fulminator Mage. Previous copies are $5 to $7. Foils can range between $8 and $61, the cheapest being Ultimate Masters, the most expensive, the original from Shadowmoor, and there are 3 others in between at different price points. This is very good in modern sideboards and numerous decks, and it does see a little commander play too. Next is Merciless Eviction. On the right side is the Japanese language preview. On the left side, you see the copy from Commander Anthology Volume 2 for translation purposes. Previous copies of the card are $3 to $5. There's only one foil though, it's in Gatecrash, and that's going to cost you about $12. This does get a lot of commander play actually in various decks. Progenitor Mimic. This was downgraded from Mythic to Rare. I always like to see that. Previous copies will run you about $4 to $5. There is only one foil though, that's from Dragon's Maze, and that's going to cost you $15 to $16. In Commander, this is often in Riku of 2 Reflections decks. Also, this has seen increased play in Otrimi the Ever Playful builds. This is a nice rare here. It's been hot recently. Vexing Shusher. So this is the first time it's been reprinted, originally from Shadowmoor. Those copies are going to cost you $20, $21. There's a couple foils to choose from. There's a Launch Party foil that is going to cost you about $24, $25. But the Shadowmoor foil is up around $65. This is a very good commander card, many times found in competitive builds, and it has been seeing some increased play recently in Neath of the Dire Hunt decks. Very good mythic here, one of the better swords. It is Sword of Feast and Famine. On the left side, you see the regular preview. On the right side, you see the box topper. And if you want one of the existing copies, you're going to have to pay $60 to $62 for this card. When it comes to foils, you have a few options. Meriden Besieged and the Judge foil, they'll run you about $94 to $97. The Kaladesh Invention, though, that's up to around $212 currently. This sees some modern play in builds with Stoneforge Mystic and a little bit of legacy play sometimes with Stoneforge. This is a solid commander card too. You'll find this in like Najeela the Blade Blossom builds and more. Recently, it's been seeing additional play because of some newer decks out there. Things like Radha Heart of Keld, Sir Gwen Hero of Ashval, and Tiny Bones Trinket Thief. Alright, that does it for today's previews, and even though we are moving into the second week, we are still getting some big cards. There were some heavy hitters in this video. Sure, you do see occasionally some low-value rares sprinkled in there, but I think overall, I'm starting to become impressed with the number of high-value cards that this set has shown. And there's more to come, so we'll have to see what the next few days hold. Tomorrow, we're going to be back to look at all the cards that come out over the next 24 hours or so. But until then, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page, as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.